Good morning, Walter.
Come on, Mr. Finch.
Hello, users of YouTube, and this is Daniel here to bringing you yet another PC build video. We're going to be showing about three things, maybe four things in this video. So be ready. This might be a very long video. The first of which we're going to show you guys is what's in this package and the second thing is is installing this. The third thing is looking inside of a PC, a custom Linux built computer after 3 months of pretty daily use. And we are going to be taking a look at another two things that I gotten from Amazon. So I lost count already, but anyway, let's go ahead and begin with part one. I'm going to go ahead and put links at the bottom of this in the description about the different parts of the video you guys might want to watch. So, alright. So we're going to get on with part one. Here's part one, and we're going to see what's inside this bag. Alrighty. Nothing complicated yet. And it looks to me like this is the fan hole cover for the computer I ordered. Pretty much once the windowed side panel comes, and this already came, so once the windowed side panel comes, the only thing else I want to buy for this machine is a new graphics card. So yeah, the graphics card that I want to buy for this machine is an AMD R7 240. It's about what, 70 bucks on Amazon. It's a decent graphics card, it's not the best. It probably won't handle Dota 2 on all high-res settings. But anyway, here is the fan hole cover. This is for 140mm fan holes. This is made by a company called CaseLabs, and the material is metal. At least that's what it feels like. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the packaging, see what it comes with. So this is basically, if you have an extra fan hole you don't need and you're not using, and you need something to block it, this is the item you want. So I'm going to be putting this over, right now it's used, a fan hole above the DVD drive because I have no use for that, and pretty much it'll just get dusty if fan just like air blows out that way. It's just the way I feel about it. But anyway, so this is where it would go on this computer. So I'll show you that there is actually a standard 120mm fan that came with the cases right now, in the second drive hole, or the second fan hole, the one above the drive cage, or the one above the DVD drive. So I'm gonna point real quick. So there's a fan right here under that little mesh door. That's a 120mm fan. It came with this case, and I barely use the fan. I don't really use it that much at all. So I'm just gonna remove the fan and put this over it because there's no reason to have that hole there anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and just plop that in, because the main two fans in that computer are the DS dead silent fans and the two dead silent fans plus the intake for the front. Alrighty, let's go back to the floor. What else is inside this bag? Oh, this is taped to the front of it. So here we got a baggie containing, looks to me like 4 screws. No manual. I'm assuming you just put it over the fan hole and then use the screws to lock it into place. Hopefully the screws, the fat part of the screw, the part where you stick the screw driver into it, I hope that's wide enough. But I don't know. So in here is just the invoice, all that good stuff. I got it for how much did I get this for again? Let me check real quick. So I got this whole thing for $12.44, $4.49 for shipping, and $7.95 for the item itself. You can get this same version, but for the 12cm fan holes, for $6.95, I believe. So, but I got the 140mm version. 140. So, there you guys just seen part one of the video. I'm going to go ahead and begin with part 2. Right when I stick this guy back in here, because we're not going to be using this fan hole cover for a little bit of a while, because we need to get in preparations for my computer to accept this fan hole cover. Alrighty, so here's our fan hole cover. I'm just going to stick this back in the packaging for now. And then we'll begin with the part 2 of the video, which will be examining the inside. I don't know, I forgot the order I just said that in. I believe it's examining the insides of a Linux built PC, custom Linux built PC, after being run for about 3 months in daily use. So you guys get to see the inside of my computer after about 3 months of it operating at my desk, or at here. I'm actually going to be moving this computer right here to the top of this table, because since the windowed side panel is going to be blocked, because it's going to be right here, that's where the windowed side panel is going to be, it's going to be blocked by that black media center. So I'm going to move it on the table so you guys get to see a very nice look of it on the table. Because I only have the DeskJet, the HP DeskJet 932C for a short period of time. It's just temporary. But for the meantime, I'm going to remove the DeskJet and put that computer on the top of it. Or when my mom will want the printer back, which I'm pretty sure won't be that long. Alrighty, so I'm going to pull this computer out. I want to try to get that book that's on the bottom of it. Like, there's a book underneath, so dust won't get through the intake. I'm going to clean that filter out, by the way. I'm going to go and I'm trying to pull the computer out and the book at the same time. There we go. Alrighty. So, there's going to be a lot. You'd think it wouldn't be that much work, but it actually is, especially on what the parts I just did to it. I'm going to go ahead and make some space for you guys to see it easier. Alrighty, so this is part 2, I believe, where you guys get to see the inside of this computer after about 3 months in operation for daily use. So we're going to go ahead and open this case up, removing the thumb screws. And remember that other video I made about the fan filter, it was pretty dusty around those corners, so I'm assuming it's not going to be so clean in here. Alright, so this is the inside of the computer after a few months of operation. I'm going to go ahead and remove this camera from the tripod to show you guys. Alright, so not as bad as I thought. Not that dusty inside. I forgot to ground myself. Hope that didn't damage anything. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, I'm grounded. I'm going to remove my socks. That's a better idea. Try that again with the grounding. Okay, I'm grounded. Be more careful next time. I also have to fix this LP port bracket. Fell out. Of course, it's cheapo, generic, no-name brand COM port, so I'm going to do that real quick right now. Alrighty, so after doing that unscrewing, I was able to get it back on. So, there we go. So, here's the inside of my computer. It has been running for 3 months, pretty daily use. And there is really no dust inside this case at all. Not even on the fan blades. Let's check the exhaust fan. Nope, no dust on there. I'm gonna feel around for the. Now, even after 3 months of operation, there's literally no dust in this computer. Even if there was dust on there, I'm feeling the intake. Nope, not even on the intake. There's like no dust inside this computer at all. So that's pretty awesome. So, I'm going to go ahead and remove this thing on the top. Oh. Alrighty, so I'm going to be removing that fan, and I'm going to be changing that out with a, what do you call it? Be changing that out with a, with that fan hole cover. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and begin the tedious task of removing it. I'm going to be fast forwarding a lot in this video, and again, even if my fast forwarding might make the video speed up like crazy, it still pretty much won't. Ouch, my leg. It is still going to be a rather long video. So I'm going to get my screwdriver, and this is why I've divided it up into parts. So I'm going to get my screwdriver and flashlight, and I'm going to come back right in a moment. Because this is going to get very technical. Alrighty, I'm back. Now we can begin the taking apart of this computer. Alrighty, so what all do we need to do? Alrighty, so what our goal right now is to remove that DVD drive caddy, because the screws for holding this fan on the top is right now under that drive caddy, and I cannot get to them unless I remove that drive bay. It's a pain in the butt, but I have to do it. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the SATA connectors for the DVD drive. Oh crap. Looks like I forgot to get the other side, and the other side looks even more hard. So what do we got here? USB 2 and USB 3, so I'm going to have to unplug these connectors. Alright, got USB 3 out. Alrighty, so this is all the pain you gotta go through just to get this 5 1/4 inch bay out. So now I got those drives out. Now we can finally remove that top fan. So let me just get organized here. Gotta cut that zip tie off. Alrighty, so now what we have to do is I've already unplugged the fan header, or the fan's power for the top. So I'm going to go ahead and begin unscrewing the fan. Finally unscrewed that fan. So now I can remove the fan right out of the case, out of their slits. I really hope I don't have to open this to get, yep, there we go. So I got the fan out. I'm going to go ahead and put the screws through the holes. This video, I'm doing this to be purposely long. Don't want it to be long, but it has to. Covering all this stuff I'm doing in this video, it has to be long. All my other videos, the reason why they're so long is because they're accidentally long. I don't look at the time in the video. I don't try to make sure they're not short, but I try my best, and that's all I can say. Finally, got the fan removed. Now we can go ahead and begin playing with our what the heck? The computer actually detects that as a face. I'm gonna, fail. Sorry about that. I guess I'm not having the best of days. But, oh well. So, here we got the now empty hole for where a fan would go, and now we're just gonna stick our fan hole cover over top that. So I'm going to go ahead and open the bag and open the contents. I'm sorry, yeah, screws. So I'm not really sure how I'd mount this. The screwy part is toward the bottom, so I'm assuming that that's the part that would go down. So I'm going to try a few times to get this right. I think I'm going the right way. So the bigger part, the part with the screw sticking out, is the part that's going down. So let's see if it's exactly gonna fit. Oh, that's pretty tight. Don't know, because it's not exactly fitting. Let me try going in this way. Let's see, that's pretty close. Unfortunately, well, it's actually fitting. Alrighty, so that barely fit where it was supposed to. It literally almost didn't. And the fan hole screws are barely in contact, so in other words, this thing just barely fits in, so I'm gonna try it in this angle. I might need to mount it the other way. There we go, I got more access to the screws. At least I think I do. Let me just make sure. Yep, that looks like I got all access to the screws. So now this plate can get screwed in. So now that is blocked. So I'm going to go ahead and screw the fan cowl cover in. Shouldn't be that hard. Looks like I got 49 minutes of battery power left. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video after I screw in the fan hole cover, and I'm going to go ahead and charge the camera while I record. So I'm going to go ahead and begin putting the screws in the holes. I'm not entirely comfortable with the way this mounted. It is kind of bulging out, and I'm very close to mounting it on the other side. At least mounting it this way, I could remove it if I needed to, but I won't have a reason. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it over. So I'm gonna stop the video and flip it over. Alrighty, after some trouble and toy, I was able to flip it over. So instead of it being mounted from the bottom and the screws screwed in from the top, it is now the screws screwed in from the bottom and the panel mounted up. So now this is above the thing, and boy, I'm glad I pulled it out, because this is really bending the brackets on the side and the plate itself, so the space was not sufficient enough. And I can see it is going over the edges on the outside part, so I'm glad I moved it to the top. So now I could actually leave this part open, and actually looks attractive because there is no black fan right here spinning away. So yes, it does remove less exhaust fans, but it does look better. And quite honestly, I would go for looks better more than everything else. So now we've finally done that. We are now going to begin the troubling issue of actually putting it back together. I'm going to go ahead and coil this fan up. I'm going to go ahead and see if it'll... No, it probably won't fit in that bag. I'll try. I'm just going to stick it in this bag for now. Oh wow, it barely fits. Nope. I think it's going to fit. Or maybe I might sell it on the internet. I don't know. I've never sold anything on the internet before, so I think I might just keep it. I mean, maybe for a later project or something. Later, like low budget PC build or whatever. Alrighty. So now the fan's in here for now. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit. Get all this trash out. So now we're going to begin the tedious task of actually putting the system back together and check if it'll even boot. Because quite honestly, I was touching a lot in there, and I kind of thought I may have kind of exceeded the limits of grounding. But this thing has certain abilities to protect itself against electrostatic discharge, such as these ICs inside of it are able to protect it from that kind of thing. So now we have two accessories in here that weren't here originally. We now have the fan block and the fan filter. So fan accessories. I'm going to go ahead and plug a few cables back in. So I'm going to plug in the fan pin header. That goes on the bottom, not on the top. I can now remove the step down voltage, because now I don't need anything to compensate for the reverse fan. So now we don't need the 12 volt 7 volt step down adapter. This was originally converting it from 12 volts to 7 volts thanks to these resistors that are actually inside the sleeves. There is one right here, it's right here, and there's one in this big fat part. So there were resistors so that I just basically did that. The 7 volt step down makes it from 1,500 RPM to 1,100 RPM, which is the closest to this fan's RPM, which was 900 RPM. So 200 RPM difference. I just did that to compensate for the both being there. But now since that fan is gone, since that fan is gone, I can just hook it up directly, which is what I'm doing right now. And this now run it at the maximum 700 volts. What? No. Blah. Got my numbers mixed up. This will now run it at the maximum 12 volts. Alrighty. So now we have that running at 12 volts. Anything else needs a step down adapter? Nope. I don't think so. Gonna go ahead and kind of push things in here. So now we did that. I'm gonna go ahead and run these USB cables back through, and I'm gonna go ahead and start speeding up the video for you guys. Alrighty, people. So I've now, what you have not seen, I've already put the DVD drive back in. I haven't screwed all the screws back in yet, but I had to fix a little bit of a problem here. I forgot to loop this wire through the DVD drive bay, so I can just now run that hole back to the other side through the front of the case. Alrighty, so I ran the cords back through the hole. Now it's safe to close this case door back up. I really do, because, you know, I don't want to roaming around in here too long. So now we can close this case door back up, because now we got through that. I don't believe we need anything from this side anymore. Oh, except we need to screw that screw in. So I'm going to do that real quick. After I put this side panel back on, I'm going to stop the video and get this camera plugged in, because I forgot to do that while I was fixing the whole fan block hole thing routine issue. So now I got that on, we can close the side panel up. And this also, my camera's having an issue detecting faces right now. Thinks the back of this computer is a face. Alrighty, people, I'm just going to pause the video for now, and I'll resume it once I get this camera plugged in. Alrighty, people, I'm now connected to power, so great. I got this 7 volt step down adapter. I'm going to be putting this into here now with the fan. So I'm going to throw some trash in some piles to one pile. Alrighty, now we can turn this case around and go ahead and get to the other side, which is where we're going to plug all the connectors back in. I'm going to do a test power up to make sure nothing was damaged. So I had everything all like neat and organized here originally. So yeah, but before we do, we got to plug the card reader back in. So I'm going to do that for your enjoyment. Alrighty, so now the 3.5 inch bay is back in its hole. I'm going to fix this fan filter because I keep pushing it around like crazy. Okay, so now we turn back to this side. Now we just got to hook everything back up. Okay, gotta be mindful of how I'm turning this. Alrighty, so now we can just hook everything back up. Everything looks like it's back in order. To me it does. I don't see anything else I forgot to leave out. So I guess it is safe to say that I'm not sure if I successfully did it, but replaced the smart hole cover. I'm going to go ahead and reattach the front panel after making sure this magnetic filter's been aligned. Alrighty. Front panel's back on. Looks even. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put the side panel back on. Alrighty, people. Let's check that fan filter is dusty. There's some dust on it, but not significant dust. So in other words, there's dust on it, but not enough to damage anything. Stick that back inside. So now my computer can be dust free if I choose it to be. And it is nice and spick and span. Of course, the exterior has to be dusted every once in a while. But anyway, thank you, people, for watching the fanhole block cover, whatever you call it, thing video I made. Thank you for watching. I almost forgot about the second part of this video. I'm going to go ahead and put the top back on this. And now we are down to the last part of the video. This is part 5 of this video. This is talking about other things that I gotten from Amazon that I meant to show in some other videos, but never did. So here we got 2 Monkees CDs. I am a fan of the Monkees, very. So I have the Monkees main theme. I'm sorry, what? No. I have the Monkees, their original album, just the Monkees. It's got the following tracks: theme from the Monkees, Saturday's Child, I Wanna Be Free, Tomorrow's Gonna Be Another Day, Papa Jean Blues, Take a Giant Step, Last Train to Clarksville, This Just Doesn't Seem to Be My Day, Let's Dance On, I'll Be True to You, Sweet Young Thing, and Gonna Buy Me a Dog. I got it because you can get these much cheaper on Amazon with Prime. If you had Prime, you can get these much cheaper on Amazon than on iTunes. And these are just the regular albums. There's nothing special added to them. I also have more of the Monkees by the Monkees, and there's our track listing for this album. We have She, When Love Comes Knockin' at Your Door, Mary Mary, Hold On Girl, Your Auntie Griselda, I'm Not Your Steppin' Stone, Look Out, Here Comes Tomorrow, The Kind of Girl I Could Love, Today We Fall in Love, Sometime in the Morning, Laugh, and I'm a Believer. So we have just these 2 Amazon CDs on Amazon, but they're by Rhino, of course. As see on the side. Whoop. I do have another product from that very same company by Rhino. It's a Mystery Science Theater 3000 tape. Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode of Mitchell on video cassette. It was released by Rhino, so that's another product from Rhino. And I just noticed that there is some dust coming out of these rubber grommets on the back of that computer. So some dust coming out of a couple spots, and this is of course usual. But now with that dust filter, I'm not going to see much of this for a while. Or maybe it's because of my ceiling fan. Or I don't know. I don't use my ceiling fan anymore because it's starting to make a lot of noise. So yeah. Alrighty, people, that is it for my video, my 4-part video. The first part being a unboxing of the Fan Hulk block. Another part of it being a quick look inside of a Linux build computer that is 3 months old and has been in regular use since then. Part 3, installing the Fan block whole thing. And part 4, small things that I bought from Amazon, such as this Monkee albums. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll be unboxing and showing you guys my windowed side panel, hopefully. That'll be probably coming pretty soon, I hope. Don't know, because they never gave me a tracking number for it, so we will see. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and please leave a comment below if you have one. And after this video, I'm going to try my best to make shorter videos. So I'm pretty sure this is probably almost well over an hour long, if not less, about an hour, if not. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later, and thank you for watching.